Our world is currently plagued by a compassion crisis. Where does it come from? Technology, uh, being too bogged down with work, maybe a family lifestyle that led you to believe that being compassionate is not necessarily valued in this society. But the reality is, it's everything. I mean, some of the most successful companies in the world are essentially basing their success off of their culture, right? There is tremendous value in making people feel cared for and really just respected. I've talked to lots of people over the years about whether or not they're happy about how they're being treated, how their work kind of affects their life, how just any number of things. And the reality is that the people that are the most happy, the most satisfied, are the ones that work in a system that actually values their integrity. So you hear, I'm in Philadelphia and I hear police sirens all the time. And I was watching a video the other day on how they had shot a man in a car out of the blue for no apparent reason, just running up to him with a gun in hand. And it made me think a little bit deeper about how perverse this problem actually is in our culture, right? This lack of compassion and humanity comes from a myriad of different things, for sure. But I think it really boils down to our use of social media, our use of technology to disconnect ourselves from the very humans that make our life interesting, that make our life worth living. If you talk to any person, probably over the age of 45, you'll realize that in their younger years, they had tremendous connection to their neighborhood. They had tremendous tradition in their family in terms of sitting down, maybe enjoying a meal together. Their interactions with their peers, anyone on the sidewalk, at a beach, all these things were completely different than they are these days. And it makes people feel smaller. It makes us feel kind of unessential, unimportant, and it also reduces the novelty of our days, right? If we don't have these kind of unique interactions that we're looking forward to every day, how can we go about thinking to ourselves, hey, tomorrow's going to be a more beautiful day, or tomorrow I'm excited about tomorrow, right? How can we kind of get this palpable sense of excitement about the future if the moments that we live every day don't necessarily make us feel cared for or loved? So a compassionate system has been proven time and time again is one of the most productive systems that you can have. And the reason is that most people will just want to perform better for a system that they believe in. Right? Leadership in general boils down to getting people emotionally convicted to what you are saying. And how does that happen? Well, you show people respect, right? You show people, hey, I'm here making a video for you to make society better. Do you believe in the things that I'm saying? Maybe you don't, maybe you do. But the reality is, I think that this is my purpose, and I think that I really need to go about convincing society that some of these things are essential, aka giving a crap about your fellow human being. So there has been so many times in my life, especially recently because I've been pretty stressed out, where I haven't found the energy or the motivation to make people feel special and respected. And it's funny, every time I do that, I come across someone that does make people feel that way, and I look at them, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. That makes me feel much better about myself. So we have to keep on taking these ebbs and flows as life comes, but I think with a intentionality of being compassionate, of being someone that uplifts people, you'll probably live a more satisfying life. A life of service is well worth your time. So the compassion crisis in the United States and the world is a product of probably overpopulation and all this technology. Sure. What do we do about such a thing? What do we do in our individual lives to pursue a better future for humanity? First and foremost, I think we need to improve our individual lives. And I make a lot of videos on this. You can go check them out. Just the routine that we have, the things that we think about, our inspiration, our distractions. When we take a dedicated approach to making our life more interesting and providing ourselves with more lovable moments, we are necessarily going to convey that energy, that conviction to other people, right? And you might be saying to yourself, listen, man, I have work, I have a family, I have 100 other things that I want to do. I want to play video games all day. You might be saying, I have no interest in trying to improve my life. But my counter argument to you, my friend, is those times that you sit alone and wonder, hey, is this all worth it? Is this life really all it's chalked out to be? Those moments, all of the little actions that you take, all of the little things that you do to build yourself up as a person, those moments are so much happier, right? You can look at yourself in the mirror and be like, listen, I've been through a shit day and I feel like XYZ, but hey, I love this person, right? I was having a conversation with my mom the other day about how productivity can somehow mask this self-love. But I think they're one and the same, right? So that's number one, how to make the world more compassionate. Love yourself. Try to do the beautiful things on the time alone. Number two, this is going to be a byproduct of this self-love. I don't think it can exist outside of it. But when you're speaking to people, realize that it's just practice. Practice caring in general. So there's this concept that people think I'm talking to one person, I'm talking to two people. What does it matter? If this person thinks I'm a piece of shit, so be it, right? That doesn't affect me, or it doesn't affect the people that are my customers or the people that I work for. Like, in my life, it doesn't matter. And to that say, yes, it does. It absolutely does. Because every single time you take a shortcut in life, every single time that you decide that someone is not important, is just adding one more layer onto the scale, the side of the scale that says, hey, are you a good person or a bad person? Probably not that great of a person if you're not taking people seriously. Try it out. But there is so much that you can get out of just caring about someone for a second, right? I had a patient today that kind of some unfortunate circumstances occurred, and I sat with him for a while and I said, listen, not only do I care about you as a human being, but I want to apologize personally to you for what has happened. And I think there's a lot of healthcare providers and a lot of people in positions of power kind of shy away from saying I'm sorry, kind of shy away from showing people that they're human, to kind of like have this leverage over people. I'm not sure what the ideology behind that is. Maybe I'll encounter that later on in my life, the importance of that type of thing. But currently, it just feels like every single time I take an extra 20 seconds, an extra 20 seconds to make people feel cared for or respected, I feel better about myself and I feel better about the work that I'm doing. There's tremendous value in really taking your interactions seriously with individuals. Anyone. Just take it as practice for being a better person, straight up. The third thing you can do to improve the compassion in society. Listen, the most important thing is going to be taking action, right? Your philosophy, the way that you talk, the things that you talk about to your friends, none of it matters if you don't end up doing something about it, right? And this is this is the hardest thing for people, the hardest thing, because we don't know where and when to take action. And this YouTube channel for me has been a lot of like just kind of going out and doing it. right? So like I did a bunch of research on videos that I wanted to make videos like, and I just thought to myself, like, I'm spending half an hour trying to make this a viral video, and really all I want to do is convey to people that compassion is important in society. So I decided, hey, screw it. I'm gonna get up and make the video, right? It might not be the most efficient thing in the world. It might not be the thing that's gonna get the most views, but the reality is it's doing something, right? This video is going to be available to you many years down the line. And if you've made it to this point in the video, thank you. And maybe you should go check out this guy right over here, because I'll be over there too. And remember, I make these videos to help you actualize your potential. Whatever that is, I'm here for you. So, reach out and take care of yourself. Peace.